Okay, so I thought I'd take this time to video blog again. And as per usual, I am on my balcony. Well, not on my balcony. It's not my balcony. But anyways, maybe it'll help if I just say what's on my mind. Well, I'm here and I'm trying to stay optimistic. But I've also been thinking about, serious things, which have to deal with my sickness. And I've been thinking, and for some reason, I can only come up with one conclusion. And it's not a good one. But it's the only thing I can think of. Maybe I shouldn't say what it is. But I already know what my fate is. Maybe I should just leave it at that. I did see something on Twitter, though, that really inspired me. And it was this quote that said, God has a bigger plan than you can even imagine for you. Something along those lines. And when I read it, it really gave me like a sense of hope. Especially with everything that's going on right now. Whew, I just got so dizzy. Because still, I can't believe that this is happening to me. I can't believe that I'm dying. And nobody can help, and nobody can see it. It is what it is, and I've been sitting here on this balcony contemplating taking my life earlier. Because I don't like the suspense, I don't like the slow waiting to die kind of thing. I really don't like it. And people can call me crazy if they want. But I don't care what they say because I know what's going on and I know what's happening to me. I did not do years and years of yoga and meditation and taking care of my body to the highest degree, training even, for me not to know that there's something going on with my body. This is not normal. This is definitely not normal. Months of being sick consistently is not normal, and I know there's something going on. But yeah, I've been sitting here on the balcony, and it really helps when I look up at the sky, because it makes me feel like that there's more to this life, that there's more to this universe than just me, that I'm just a small part of existence in this. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm just a really small cell particle of this whole entire bigger picture, right? So when I look up at the sky, it just gives me a sense of comfort. I'm just so dizzy. I keep thinking about my death. I'd like to imagine what my life would be like in my next life. It sounds silly, but I just like to imagine what it would be like. I don't know. I think of all the possibilities. I'd like to be Italian or Arabic. One of the two. It would be cool to be both. Even though I really like who I am now. And it took me a long time to really love myself. Because when I was younger, growing up, like, I did not like myself at all. But that's because it's people who make you don't like yourself. It's like when you're growing up, you constantly have to listen to criticism about yourself. Like, oh, you're too skinny, or oh, you're too fat, you're wearing the wrong clothes, what's up with these piercings, why is your hair this color, blah, 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 blah. No. Loving yourself is literally the best thing you can do. Because if you really know yourself and you don't get mixed up in other people's opinions and harsh criticisms about you, it's like nothing can get to you. And that's when you start really feeling free and having this sense of power within you. So I can't imagine what it's like for famous people though, because when you're not famous, you know, there's just a certain point in your life where all of that really stops and you can just sit back and relax and enjoy your life. But when you're famous, you know, you have to constantly listen to criticism from news, social media. You have to put on this, you have to protect your image, put on, you know, this smile on your face all the time. I can't imagine. Well, I can't imagine, but it must be really exhausting. There was one point in my life where, when I was like 5 years old, where I really wanted to be famous. But when I was around like my teenage years, I really started thinking about it, and I was like, oh God, I never want to be famous. Never. Because when I watch these celebrities and interviews and really observe, you know, what goes on behind the scenes in like Hollywood, for example, or people who are famous, I realized that it was just really isolating. Because, you know, being famous, it's not real. It's like you just have to put on this persona for everybody just to protect your image. And when I really think about it, even in my next life, I wouldn't want to be famous unless I really had to. I would not. Oh good God. Being famous, just thinking about it now, oh God, really gives me a headache. The thing that I really strive for, like within my soul, is just to find true love. Because that's something that's the most important to me, is finding true love. And I think that's the most difficult thing to find in this world. True love is just two people who just want to tackle the world together and just accept one another's flaws and just being with each other until death do them part. I think that's the gist of what true love is. But that's very difficult to find. Even when I think about my relationship with my husband, with Chen, who were in the process of getting a divorce, I really think about it, and I thought he was my true love, but maybe it was just an illusion of the sort. I think there's love there, but maybe it's not real. I don't think it was real. I don't think it was ever real. Maybe some moments, yeah. But life really hits you with things, And no matter how hard I try to create this perfect world around me, around my bubble, it seems like somehow someone always has to come along and wreck it somehow. It's like there's never true peace or true happiness in my life. I always have to be dealing with something, fighting against something. And now I'm dealing with this. And I feel like no one can help me. So now I'm on this spiritual journey, you can say, to really find the answer in accepting my death, even though I still can't believe it. I really still can't believe it. I've cried enough, though. I've cried enough to myself. I've cried enough to my dad. I've been calling my dad. I've been trying to call him as many times as I can and tell him that I love him. I really love my dad. He's been there not just for me, but for everybody. Even though he doesn't have to do things for other people, including myself, he really tries hard, and he's a hard worker, and a lot of a lot of the things, a lot of the things that my dad is, the way he is, it really inspires me. It's really made me the person that I am, is all because of my dad. And I really hope I can do this interview with him. I wonder how he's going to be in the interview, though. I think he's going to be a little bit nervous. Well, we'll see. I don't even know. I know, if it's one thing, I know that if I go back to the States, it's gonna be my death, because here at least I had a chance to get the surgery or something, I really don't want to die through asphyxiation. Jesus. I'll go anyway except that. How terrible. Let's see what else. I don't know what else. It's only a matter of time before I start getting a lot worse. It's only a matter of time before something happens to me. So, even though I don't know what to do, I'm trying to enjoy everything. JM invited me to a volleyball game tournament, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'd rather see this volleyball tournament actually than the Jonas Brothers, so that good. I love volleyball. Even when I was young, I really loved playing the sport. It's such a fun sport. Man, I did everything. I really did everything. Like growing up, my parents placed me in everything. They placed me in dance, gymnastics, martial arts. I would see my dad doing these Taebo videos with Billy Banks, that African American dude, bald head, in his tidy whities, doing his boxing moves. So I would see my dad do Taebo. I think I was like around 4th grade, and I really liked it, so I started doing all of the videos, and my parents were fanatics of his videos, so they literally had like his whole collection of DVDs, and I just put it in on the TV and start doing kickboxing. And then as I got older, I had a membership to Lifetime Fitness, and they had a kickboxing class, and it was so epic because this kickboxing class really made you work your ass off. And the instructor's name was Dottie, She was actually Filipina. She was a really nice person, really cool. And I just remember going to her class and just working up a sweat, and dang, does she really know how to work you out, like work all of your muscles in your body. So if you ever want a good workout, kickboxing with Dottie, her class is so good. So, good memories, all of these good memories are just popping up in my mind. Memories of working out, being in sports, but now that I'm gonna leave this life behind, I get to do new things in my next life and keep the same things that interest me in the next life. Because what else can I do? I know I'm dying. Can't do anything about it. Unless there's some miracle and I get healed, but who am I kidding? Months of being sick and then miraculously recovering is highly unlikely. Especially if this is a slow killing thing, whatever's in my system, whatever's in my blood. But I think that's about it for today. I think I'll go inside, listen to music. I've been listening to Bad Bunny's Monaco. I think that's really good. The violins, how he took the pitch down in the beginning, the intro of the song. Oh, so good. So good. You know, these remixes that other people do from older songs, I haven't really liked, but this remix that Bad Bunny did, was actually pretty good. You know, it's catchy. I think the song kind of drags on a little bit too much, but what he did with it overall was actually pretty good. So, yeah, maybe that's it for today. Okay, until tomorrow.